Hello everyone, it's Monika Davis. Hi friends. Let's see if I got this in the screen. Alright, I've got a video for you today, and I am going to be showing you this Peaceful Garden Suite from the September to December Mini Catalog. Did I say? I don't know if I said. I'm Monika Davis. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Georgia, and I try to post either a live or a video every Monday at noon Eastern Time. So today's video will be about the Peaceful Garden Suite, which you can find on page 32, let's see, 32, 33, 34, 35 of the mini catalog. So they have a variety of samples shown, but the suite includes this stamp set called Peace on Earth, which has some really great greetings in it for all year long, not just holiday, not just Christmas, even though probably peace on earth, peace, love, and joy, there's probably more Christmas season, but the rest of these, with deepest sympathy, heartfelt prayers, big hugs for a good friend. Then you could say sending love, wishing you heartfelt prayers, all the best in your new adventure. That could be many things. So it's actually some really good words in here. You have dies. Whoops. There's a set of dies that go with this. These are bundled together. They don't really, the dies don't necessarily cut out a shape because there's no shapes, but these labels definitely work with the words. So you have two sizes of labels, a big one and a small one. You get two doves, two different doves. You have a large branch and a small branch, and then you have a die that cuts out these two tiny little envelopes. Let me lay them on here. Two tiny little envelopes, so your dove can hold a branch like that. Whoops. Or it could hold one of these little envelopes like that. There's also a die in there that makes these little stars. I think there's 3 of them. I've lost one. 3 stars on this die right here. So a variety of pieces in the die set. So you can buy those separately or as a bundle. The bundle saves you 10%. Oh, my light just went out. All right, hopefully the light's okay. There's the 3rd star. There's an embossing folder called Peaceful Greenery, and it creates like this frame piece. And the labels, the largest label fits in that opening, that space, or you've got, the smaller label if you want more of a border. So you could put those in there. So those work together, the embossing folder with the dies. Then you've got ribbon. This is called the Misty Moonlight Silver Edged Ribbon. So it's got like a silver edge. I don't know. It kind of sticks out. I don't know what you want to call it. Like a ruffled, not really ruffled. You've got these blue flower embellishments. There's 1, 2, 3 different shades of blue, and then some white ones under there. So, and then you've got Designer Series paper, which is the 6 double-sided designs. It is a 12 by 12 paper pack. I've been using my paper, so not all of these are 12 by 12. The doves. That one. Here's another one with doves in the back. This one has the flowers. And there's the back with the stars. So that's the paper. You get 12 sheets in the paper pack. And then we also have Glimmer paper. And let's see, what are the colors of this Glimmer paper? Does it tell me? It just says, it says blue. It says it's blue, dark gray, and a soft green. This is definitely blue. I consider this to be more of a secret sea color. And this one is kind of silver with a hint of cloud cover in it. It says green, soft green. I don't really find that to be very green to me. So those are the colors. So Glimmer paper, Designer Series paper, the ribbon, the flowers, the embossing folder, the stamp set, the dies. So that's the entire suite, which you can order it with one item number as the whole suite, or you can get the individual pieces and parts. All right, let me move that out of the way. All right, we are going to be working today. Let me move that. All right, so I've got 2 cards I'm going to make, and then I'm going to show you some additional cards. So we're going to start by making this one. And you might wonder, why the heck do I have that little flower way up there? That's because it's covering up a spot of ink that got on my card. So, you know, you cover your spots, your little oopsies with embellishments. That's the way we do it here. All right, we have a basic white, thick basic white card base. I always use the thick basic white for my card bases and plain basic white for layers. So I've got 3 pieces of Designer Series paper from the paper pack. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a blending brush, and this is my cloud cover ink spot that I've created with the ink spot and the ink refill. And what I want to do is I'm going to sponge some color on the edge of this piece, so I can add a little bit of color into that background, that white background on that piece. And then if you do the same thing with just a piece of white cardstock, I always start off the edge because I don't want that splotchiness from the first touchdown. So you can just keep adding color as much as you want, and then you can die cut that large branch out of there. So here's a look, here's the white, that's with it sponged. Okay, hold on one second. Dogs. What are you doing? What are you doing? Here, go back outside. Sorry, that was the sound of the dogs starting to throw up. So I wanted to get her. I didn't see where she did anything, but I sent her back outside. Anyway, here's the difference between one that's been cut from cloud cover cardstock. This is a white one, and then this is a sponged, white sponged with cloud cover ink. It's just much lighter than the one in the cardstock. And the reason you want to do your blending on a solid piece and then cut is because this is very delicate, and if you were to blend on that, you would probably kind of tear it or bend it all up. So in this case, it's better to do this first and then cut second. But I went ahead and got one ready ahead of time for you. So let me move that back out of the way. All right, so the way we're going to do our card, we're actually going to tear the ends off of these. So that one is torn on this side. This one we're going to tear on this side. And then this one I'm going to tear on the side I didn't sponge. So it's going to come together like that. And then in here, I'm going to stamp my words. And I'm using the With Deepest Sympathy and the Secret Sea ink. So, see if I can make things a little bit straight. All right, hopefully I'm straight. Okay, we're gonna glue things down. One there. And one right here. Okay, so that's those, and then I'm going to take these guys. So I have these two branches. I'm going to use these two, and I'm going to tie my linen thread. Now you could just glue the branches down and then add the linen thread in a glue dot. I'm actually going to tie it around the two branches. Tie myself a bow. Here we go. So I'm going to just kind of arrange that. Add some dots of glue. Put these right there. I will trim my ends here. I think the blues in this paper are like it says, peaceful. So these make great papers for a sympathy card. And then we will finish with some of the flowers. So there's all different shades of blue, so you could pick which ones you wanted to use. I think I'm going to use these. Put the third one over here. Alright, so that is, and then these up here are white. I don't know if you can see those. That's card number 1. I'll show you. Alright, and then this card, I'm going to show you this one. This one is, I did a class at a crop last weekend, and they made a whole set of these cards. So they did with the different papers and the glimmer paper and the different greetings and the doves. So I'm going to show you how we did that. We've got crumb cake for our card base. I have the Secret C. I have a white piece. I have a piece of the Designer Series paper. You could choose your sides. We're actually going to stamp on the bottom. And I'm going to get out this one. Heartfelt Prayers. And what I tell them in class is do your stamping before you glue your paper down. Okay, the reason is if you mess it up, you can turn your paper around. So that came out good, but if that had been messed up, I could have tried it again on this side and covered, you know, that side, or turned it over and covered that side. So just so you know, you've got more than one try at it if you will do your stamping first before you start gluing everything to it. Just kind of a tip. So we're gonna do this here. And then we're going to glue this one to here. And then we're going to glue that. So this is not adhesive glimmer paper, it's just glimmer paper. So you do need to glue it down. Go there, and then this will go on the front. Here. All right, then we have our doves. So there's 2 different ones. You could choose which ones. These doves don't have an eye. So I used my Secret C Stampin' Right marker and just gave them an eye. You could use basic black if you don't have that. And then whichever dove you want, I will use this one. I'm going to put the dove up on dimensionals because giving it that, because it's white on white, if you raise it up, you'll be able to, it'll kind of show up a little bit better. Gives it some shadows under there so you can see it. All right, and then we're going to add some more of our flowers. Add 3 flowers. So there is that card. And then let me show you a few others that I've made. Here's this one, and this one has like a little pull out, little secret message right here. And on this one, there's the Glimmer paper, and then this is just a little piece of the edge of that embossing folder. Now you could do the card just like this without this piece, but that's just kind of a secret little piece. And then we have, this one is an envelope made out of the paper. And then this one is kind of a fancy card where it opens like this, and it has a message on the inside. So probably not something that you would mail. This one, I don't think you would mail this one. It's kind of bulky, and if you did mail it in this envelope, you would have to do a white label, you know, for the address information. I think it's just a little too bulky to mail, but this one would be really pretty to gift to someone. So there's that. And I have a couple of little boxes. That one, see, that dove needed an eye. Let's add an eye. There we go. There's that box. There's this one, which has a little bit different look because it's using the back side of the paper rather than the blue. That's the cloud cover ribbon. And then this is a box. Lots of stuff here. This one, you kind of open it like this. So this would be like a fun little treat box that you could put as a table fave for maybe. Go ahead and slide that ribbon over so it closes up, holds those flaps down. So you've got that. All right, that's some different things with this suite. So let me show you. I'll just put all these cards out. That's like the whole set. And then these two. And peace on earth. All right, this, I don't know when you're watching this video, but I have filmed this video in October, and we have a join starter kit offer going on right now. $125 in product for $35, or $189 of product for $99. There was 3 new kits that came out, remembering Christmas, the nut cracker tags, and then the third one is already sold out. It was super popular and sold out very quickly. Hoping, crossing fingers, they get it back in before Christmas time. The Christmas card kits are super popular. So, okay, you guys have a great week, and I will see you again next time. Bye.